Hello everybody, welcome to tonight's Facebook Live. It's Thursday again. So every Thursday from 6 till half 6 I do a Facebook Live just showcasing, going through some bits and pieces, updating you on things. After the Facebook Live it will always get loaded to the YouTube channel and we'll sit on there. So if you want to find me on YouTube you just need to look for Molly Felicity Designs. So for those of you that don't know me, hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to see some people joining us. I sell fabric yarn, haberdashery, and I make bits and pieces as well. So I do a lot with handmade pouches, bags, those sorts of things. A little bit of teaching snuck in there as well. So really wanted to start doing these lives. So these have been going now since about February. Just wanted to start doing them sort of to give a chance to showcase what's going on and things. And I'm having fun dreaming up, coming up with ideas each week. So this week's live I titled Dreamy Days and Everyday Makes. Wanted to bring you something a little bit different tonight from what we've been doing the last few weeks. So I very much sell a lot of quilting cotton, and I'm very quilting cotton heavy because that's what I love doing. I love working with it, especially the Lewis and Irving bits and pieces. But I do, and I originally started with dressmaking, was where I first started my sewing journey. So tonight is all about some soft, wearable, sort of everyday fabrics really. So we've got some beautiful chambrays, some easy to sew cottons, and some cute jerseys. That said, some of it we can get back into quilting with because they would make amazing quilt backings. I've also got, so I've snuck some little yarn, I've done some new yarn bundles the last few weeks, so I've snuck some of them in for you tonight as well, along with some Fat Quartz mystery bags, and I've introduced a new mystery bag, which I will tell you about later. So, bit of housekeeping to get going. Feel free to pop a hello in the chat, let me know who's here, who's watching. Obviously, if you're watching on the replay, you can still comment or message, they'll still get through to me, and I still do keep an eye on it, so if you're watching live, great. If you're not, don't worry, you can still join in and get involved tonight. So if you do want to buy anything, just comment that you want to buy it. If you can give me a description of the item and how much, that makes my life easier, but I will just clarify bits as we go along. So I do keep an eye on the comments as we're going through. Again, once we're loaded up onto YouTube, you can put comments in there. Hi, Sarah. Everything's first come first served basis. I am limited on some things, other things we've got a bit of, so it's just to be fair to everyone, I do go in order of who shouts up first. I will be sending invoices out after the live. If you can get these paid quickly, that really helps me just keep on top of things. I will be posting tomorrow and all weekend actually. You're welcome to pick up from me, so I do pickups from the studio here. I'm based in Whitwell, Derbyshire. Happy to post, so post is 48-hour tracked as usual, and that's £4.50 for your small parcels. Capped at that, so if you go over that I pay the difference, so it's just £4.50 for your postage tonight. Like I say, local collection is available here. Evening, Jan. Yeah, so local collection is available here or at any of the events that I'm at, which nicely segues into a couple of dates for your diary. So this Sunday, let's do it in the right order. This Sunday I'm at Renishaw, which is at Renishaw Hall and Gardens, which is a lovely venue just sort of 10 minutes down the road from me. It's their food and craft fair. So I have done this, I think this is year 11 or year 12. So this was one that I very first started with. It is mainly handmade products that I'll have there. So my bags and my pouches, my project bags. If you want any fabric or anything taken there, I can absolutely do that, and I will have a few Make Me kits there, and I will have some Fat Quarter bundles there. But because of the type of show that it is, I generally just have mainly my handmade products there. And then in terms of if you want a pop-up shop and you want to come and see fabrics and yarn and haberdashery in person, my next pop-up is the 30th of May, and that is in Bolsover. At the Methodist Church. So the lovely ladies from the Methodist Church are doing bacon cobs and refreshments again. Ethos Upcycling is going to be there on Sunday at Renishaw, but also at the pop-up as well. So Damien will be there with his bits and pieces. He's getting quite busy with planters and those sorts of things at the minute. It's done some really nice storage boxes again, so they'll be all available on display again. And on the 30th of May there's a lady called Hannah coming. Harriet, I love that you've just asked me for an app when I'm on my live. It's never going to happen, lovely. My kids still have to ask me permission to get apps on their phone, and Harriet's just sent one through just now, which I love. Anyway, back to business. I've completely lost where I was now. Anyway, yeah, that's the 2 days for your diary. This Sunday, Renishaw Hall, 30th of May, pop-up in Bolsover. I've also updated the Where to Find Us section on my website this morning and put some posters on with what's going on. So all of the information you need, postcodes, times and everything is on there for you. So, like I said, tonight is all about some sort of soft everyday fabrics that we can use for something else a bit different. And I'm going to start with 2 chambray fabrics that I have in stock. Now, hi Sylvia. I'm going to show off now because the top I'm wearing didn't exist yesterday. I cut a metre of the first fabric that I'm going to show you, and I made a little shell tunic top in it. So I've been told by my eldest I've got to flex and tell you that I've done it. No idea what I'm talking about when I say flex. This lingo that the kids use, not there at all. And I know for a fact they're now sat in the house absolutely laughing their heads off at me. But anyway, so because it was all about a bit of dressmaking, everyday fabrics tonight, I thought I would show you some uses for the things, hence new top, jobs are good. So this was the first chambray fabric. So these are 140 centimetres, 55 inches wide, 100% cotton. Now, it looks very denim-y, and it's not. It's lightweight. So the nice thing about your chambray fabric, hi Jan, is it's a lightweight alternative to denim. So it's perfect for summer makes, so dresses, lightweight trousers, tops, those sorts of things. With the width of it, you can get some really decent items out of smaller amounts, really. So like I say, I just used a metre of this to make my shell top that I have on. Ta-da! And it's from a sewing bee pattern that was in the very first sewing bee book, and I think if you search shell top online you can get it. I will have a little look see, and if I can find the link I will bob it onto my Facebook page. Thanks Sylvia. I'll bob the link on because it does it in all sorts of sizes. You just have to print a PDF out and it's great. I have adapted it because there's meant to be an opening in the back, but because there's enough movement in it I didn't bother with that and just went for 2 bits of fabric, couple of darts, sew it together, do a neckline, jobs are good. And I've not lined it, I've just put done a rolled hem on it, so even less fabric, which is amazing. So anyway, if you were interested in some chambray to do something yourself, it is £9 for a metre, or I am going to do 3 metres for £20. So £9 for your metre or 3 metres for £20. So that is the first one, which is a all over floral. So it's really nice sort of denim-y colour, but like I say, with the chambray, it's your plain weave rather than your twill weave that the denim has, so it's a lot lighter weight, the fabric, which is nice. Then the second design in the chambray is this one. So there's not so much coverage on this one, so it's a lot more sort of ditzy. And if you can see, if I bring that into the camera, it's like a little sort of floral motif on that one. So again, 140 centimetres wide, 55 inches. Both 100% cotton. Just got the 2 designs available in this one. Nice thing about chambray is it never dates. It goes with everything. Stick it with a pair of jeans. It looks lovely. Nice black trousers and a pair of heels, and you've got something for going out in, really. Now, I did say I would bring it back to quilting because we always do. Wouldn't it make a nice quilt back as well? Because you've got that extra width. It's a nice wide backing, so you've got that option as well. So I used to sell sew over it patterns, and I've been having a bit of a sort out in the studio, just because I've got some ideas about how I want to just change things up a little bit to make my life easier when I'm working in here, really. Just need some spaces for some orders and bits and pieces, so I've been thinking about that. So that led me to find this. So this is the Marguerite dress by Sew Over It. Now these are great sort of advanced beginner patterns, really. And this one, its fabric recommendations is chambray. So tonight there is only one of these available, and if it doesn't sell tonight I will get it up online, and I will also bring it to events with me. 3 metres of each, of course you can, Sarah. So the offer for this one is 2 metres of the fabric and the pattern, and that will be £30. So you get your pattern, your 2 metres of fabric, for £30. If you wanted to get in to do a bit of dressmaking, that is that. So sorry, just writing down Sarah's, otherwise I'll forget. Sarah, I'm seeing you. If you don't need it during half term, I will bring it to the next sewing session that I am seeing you at. If you need it before then, obviously we can sort something out, not a problem. So that is the chambrays and the sewing pattern option. Then we move to, I've got some 2 metre pieces of 100% cotton. So again, these are all wide widths. Really nice. Would be great for quilt backings as much as they would be great for doing some projects, dressmaking, anything you fancied really with these. So this one is a really bright red, so it's red and white striped, thick stripes. So this is £12 for your 2 metre piece, so it works out at £6 a metre. It is 100% cotton, and I think these are all 140 centimetres wide. There is a possibility they're 147, so if I say 140, you're going to end up with an extra 7 centimetres. I had prepared them and folded them up, so I couldn't quite remember, and I didn't want to unfold them all to double check my measurements, but I am pretty much convinced they are all 55-inch wide rather than 56, but there's not much in it anyway, so if we go with a smaller one you get a bit extra. So £12 for your red and white stripes, for 2 metres of your red and white stripes. Then we have a really lovely red and blue floral. So if you were thinking about doing some summer tops or anything like that with your making, this would be lovely. In the same way, it would be just as lovely for quilting or anything like that. So this is your red and blue floral. Again, it's 2 metres of £12, and it's I've got 3 of those available, all 100% cotton. Now, this next one is a red chevron, and I can't remember where this one is from in the land of things I've ordered, but I did notice this is from the Riley Blake chevron collection. So they did a little while ago, I think it's got the date, no, it hasn't got the date on. But anyway, Riley Blake did a whole collection of chevrons, so they were all in different colours, and I seem to have ended up with lots of red. So this is the red chevron. So this is a really nice weight, 100% cotton, this one. So this is what I was saying, these would be great for your quilt backs if you're doing anything and you need a bit of something. So the red chevron is £12 for your 2 metres, and I have 3 of those tonight. Then I have got a black pin spots, which is going to send the camera wappy because it always does when it's black and white pin spots. So this is a really teeny tiny pin spot. Now this would be adorable in this top that I've made, or kids had a good idea that if I extended the length of it, it'd make a nice sort of dress. So that's another option if you wanted to do something exciting. The black pin spot is definitely 149 centimetres wide, because I opened this one up to check it because it's a little bit wider than the others. So that's 58 inches wide. I've got 4 of those available, and it's your 2 metres for £12 again on that one. Then finally, in the 2 metre 100% cotton pieces, we've got a sky blue polka dot. So again, this one is 100% cotton. This one is, who's this one? So this is by Poppy. So this is their dots range that they did. I've got 2 of those available in the 2 metres, and again £12 for your 2 metres. So really great price on those ones tonight for you. So those are that. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you tonight was some jersey. So my brain will work in a minute if I'm really lucky. So your difference with your jersey, so a lot of the stuff that we have and those that I've just shown you are woven fabrics, so you've not got the stretch in them. With your jersey, because it's made a little bit differently, it's created with yarn that's looped, so sort of knitted, looped together. So it gives it that bit of stretch, which your woven fabrics don't do for you. So I've got 3 plain jerseys, and then I've got a couple of printed, and then some fancier sort of dressmaking stuff that would be nice for statement tops, those sorts of things. A couple of a jersey print, and then 2. They've got some metallic in them. So first up in the jerseys, we have this sky blue. So these are £4.95 for a ½ metre, or if you wanted a 3 metre piece, your 3 metre piece is £18. So the jersey is 147 centimetres wide, and 3 metres of the sky would be £18. So it's a cotton jersey, so it's 95% cotton, and then you've got your 5% elastine in it, so you've got your little bit of stretch to it, which is quite nice, but not horrendously stretchy. So the yellow, again, we've got 3 metres, and that's 147, or like I say, it's £4.95 for your half metre. So the jerseys are all on the website. I've checked that before coming on tonight, so they are all there, so you can have a little look and get some more, except for the purple. Purple jersey's not on, no idea why. So I will get that sorted if it doesn't go. So the jersey, I've just got 2.5 metres left of that. I've got no more. The others have got a bit extra of elsewhere. So the purple, again, 147 centimetres, 2.5, and that's 15 for you 2.5 metres on that one. So a bit of a saving than if you just buy through the website, where it's £4.95 for your half metre. But they are always on the website. I do stock a little bit of jersey all of the time. So that is those. So now we have, where are we at time wise? Yes, we're all right, plenty of time. So I have got a couple of really nice printed jerseys now, which would be great for kids' leggings or something like that. I feel the need for a scrunchie or two for me, because I do really like this one. So this is Clouds and Rainbows. So it's usually £6 for your half metre, but I have popped it on sale, so it's £4.50 at the minute for your half metre. Not sure how long I'm going to keep that sale running, but that is the sale at the moment. I've got Spalding in a couple of weeks, so I might keep it going through to that show. I'll decide what I'm going to do. So Clouds and Rainbows. So this is a cotton rich jersey, and it's 142 centimetres, so 56 inches wide on that one. Obviously we've got the bolts, we've got plenty of that one if anyone fancies some jersey. Just have to keep moving out of the way to grab the next one. So the next one, which matches really lovely with the last one, is Rainbows. So this is our Rainbows cotton rich jersey. So you've got your all over rainbow design on that one. And again, I've reduced that on the website, so that is £4.50 for your half metre. 142 centimetres, 56 inches wide for your rainbow jersey. Now we get on to back into the tops and things that would be nice for making tops. The drape on this one is absolutely lovely. So this is a viscose jersey, so it's a lot softer in its feel, and it's got this abstract design on it. So again, the simple shell top, like the one that I've done from the Chambray, would work really nicely with this as well. Or something, even something with a cowl neck would be lovely, because you've got a really nice drape on this one. So this is a viscose jersey print. It's 147 centimetres wide, 58 inches, and it is £4 for your half metre on that one. So that is your viscose jersey print. Now I will pop some of the jersey in for the pop up on the 30th. I'll pop some jerseys in for that one, because I haven't took them in the van with me for a while, so we'll have a jersey available for that one. Now the next two I'm going to show you are what we call jersey gold dobby. So this is, the camera's, I don't know if it's going to show the colour very well on this one. This is a really nice chocolatey brown. So it's got a metallic thread woven through the stretch knit. So it's got that really nice subtle shimmer to it. So if you were looking for a statement top that's not too much, this would be the fabric I would recommend for that. So this one is, oh no, I haven't been out. Oh no, I haven't. 147 centimetres wide, 58 inches. Just thinking I'd failed then in my mission to give you all the information you needed. So that's 58 inch wide, so that's really nice width on that one. So it's available in 2 colours. So we've got it in this brown, and then we've also got it in a darker charcoal grey. So that one comes in the darker charcoal grey as well. So yeah, like I say, with the gold metallic thread running through it, it's a really, really nice statement top that could be made from that. And it's, again, really soft, really lovely drape to that one. So if you fancied doing a bit of dressmaking in the jerseys, that is my options for this evening. So I did tease at the start that I have got another mystery bag. So I stock moon threads, and I have decided that I am going to start doing moon thread mystery bags. So people are always saying to me they never have enough threads, they're after more. but they don't know what colours they need. So I am helping with what colours you need by offering you a mystery bag. So colour-wise, they will range through all of the shades that I stock. So there's 50 different shades in total. So you've got like peaches, oranges, browns, fawns, creams, greys, reds, pinks, purples, blues, greens, all through the tones. So you get 10 reels in these. Each reel's got 1,000 yards on them, and that is £10 for your mystery bag for those. If you wanted colours, because you know you're missing reds and blues and greens, I am more than happy to put together colours that you want. So if you want a mystery bag, I can't do specific colours, but I could kind of be guided with what I do. So mystery bags in the moon threads are going to be £10 each. I will have no way of, you all know I've got a secret code for my fat quarter mystery bags. I'm not going to have a secret code for these. These are just going to be a complete mystery. So if you end up grabbing one of these at the shows, we can all marvel together at what's ended up inside. I will make sure that there's no duplicate, so it will be 10 different shades in each one. So those are now available. I will get those up on the website. They're not at the moment, but I will get that sorted. I have also been popping together some new yarn bundles. So the yarn bundles are getting more and more popular at both the shows and elsewhere. Just a nice way of grabbing some yarn and topping your stash up, really. So it's from, I stock King Cole, and I love these big value 50-gram balls. They're just enough, but not too much. So if sometimes you want a bit for this and a bit for that, if you're doing blankets or toy making or anything like that, you want a variety of colours, but you're never quite sure what you want. One of these packs would make a really lovely little baby blanket. And I am going to sit and crochet one up so that you can kind of get an idea of how much you can get out of a bag eventually. So I will sort that. But what I've done is put together some new colourways. So you get 6 balls in each of these packs, and they're £7 for a pack. This one is Spring Gardens. So you've got your yellow, your greens, your blush, your cream, your blue and your purple in that one. I've also restocked rainbow because that's been out of stock. So that is your traditional bright rainbow colours. There is going to be a pastel rainbow, but I am out of the pastel pink at the minute. But I will be getting that sorted in the next week or so. I've popped an order through to King Cole, so that should be coming. So we've got the rainbow brights at the moment. We've then got pinks and reds, so you can top up your pinks and reds. And this, again, £7 for your 6 balls in your yarn pack. And then I've got one that I'm calling Scandi Pastels. So it's all your pastel colours. So you've got your duck egg, your sage, your blush colour, this honey colour here, cream, and then a nice silver. So again, they're really soft colours. So that would make a lovely baby blanket, something like that, just for any kind of crochet projects really that you want. I will be introducing more and more of those onto the website. Hi Alison! And they're always available, pop-ups and those sorts of things. And then long while ago I used to do my fabric baskets with yarn bundles in them, and I don't know why I stopped, so I am bringing back the yarn baskets. So you'll get a fabric basket. So this one's Countryside, and this has got our forest greens pack in it. Now you will notice a slight difference here, that there are 8 balls in this one, so it will be the colourways for the 6 ball packs, but I will be taking 2 main colours and putting double of those in. So you get 100 grams of your cream and 100 grams of your bottle in this, and then you get your olive, your sage, your leaf and your forest. So that's our forest greens pack. So these yarn baskets and yarn bundles are £22.50. They're going to make really nice presents, so it's just something, you know, to think about. Maybe if you've got a yarny friend who has a birthday coming up, I am more than happy to be commissioned to do the basket in the fabrics that you want, and also put together bespoke colourways. So that's more of a for another day. If obviously this one is available this evening for £22.50. It's on the website, but on the photos in the website I'd put some different wool in it, and I've decided I'm going to change my mind and do this instead. So they will be coming back. So I have been busy with my yarn bundles, so I did just want to let you know about those tonight. Then, final, we're doing all right for time. I have some fat quarter mystery bags that are looking for new homes. So as always, 4 fat quarters in them, and they are £10 each. So I have got spring, summer, Halloween, Christmas, spring, summer, and a blender pack. So those are the only 6 that I have at the moment in stock, and they are available £10 each. I will be putting some more together ready for Spalding, so don't panic if you come into Spalding wanting one, but just at the moment this is all that we have. Now I do have a question for you all for the website. I just put mystery bags on. Would it be preferable if I split them so that you could know, in the same way when we're at shows or an event with you, I will always give you a bit of guidance if you don't want a mystery. I'm toying with the idea on the website of putting categories to the mystery bags, so you could, from a drop down menu, choose, so you could avoid. Blender pack is yours, Silver. Yeah, so on the website I put a drop down so you could choose what you wanted rather than just having to get a complete mystery, and I would love some feedback from anybody who wants to send any my way of what they would like, if they would like that, and if there's any particular categories. You know, if you always think, oh, I'd love a mystery bag but I'd like it to be this. And then I will also have, I think, a option that is complete mystery for those of us like a surprise, because our lucky dip for grown-ups is great, really, isn't it? So yeah, that is your homework, is to have a think and let me know whether that would be an option or not, that you would like. With the website, it does take quite a lot to add different bits and pieces to it, but I'm really keen that it's as user friendly as possible. So again, I do like the feedback, so if you are ever on there looking for bits and you think, oh, this is awful, or wouldn't it be good if, please do let me know, because it really does help me. So that is everything for the Facebook Live tonight for the fabric. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to those of you that have popped orders through. Feel free to send me any more messages. That's great. There will be a live next Thursday. It is half term, so some of my classes aren't happening. Catchers are great when things are tight. You're right, Alison. It does help, doesn't it? If you're thinking about where to spend your pennies and bits, it is quite nice to be able to choose. And also, I think if you've got a project in mind where you're thinking, I really want to do a baby project or a Christmas project or Halloween, or I need blenders, I think it might be quite nice. I think that's why it's kind of been toying around in my head, actually. It'd be quite nice to be able to pick what you wanted but still have that element of surprise. So yeah, that's where my brain's been going. So yeah, thanks for the feedback, that's really appreciated. You can obviously always shop online. Website is mollyfelicitydesigns.com, and I've got 2 final things to tell you about. So this is more for if you can get to me. Obviously road trips are always great. I am increasing the number of Monday sessions that I do. So up till now there's only been 2 Monday sewing sessions every month. So there's been Quilt Club at the start of the month, and then part way through the month there has been sewing group. I am now introducing what we're calling, and I don't know why I'm showing you this because it'll be back to front because of the way the cameras work, but anyway, I'm introducing social sewing sessions. So the weeks that don't have Quilt Club or Sewing Club going, we'll be having a social sewing session happening. So it'll be on a Monday afternoon. It'll be 12 till 2. Again, those sessions are all £12.50 a person. So I'm trialling this through June and July. We'll see how it goes, and then hopefully we'll carry it on through the summer and into the autumn. So every Monday, unless it's a bank holiday, there will be some form of sewing session at the parish rooms at Bolsover. So the dates for June and July are 8th, 22nd, 29th, 13th and 27th. And then we've got in between Quilt Club and Sewing Club as well. So if you want to get involved in some social sewing sessions, that's the information for you. I have added these posters to the where to find us section on the website, and all of the dates are in the workshops and events section on the website as well for you to be able to find. And finally, because I'm ready for my tea and we've had our half hour, is my next quarterly sewing day, which is the Summer Sewing Saturday, is happening on the 20th of June. So it is all online, it is available for booking. Got some people booked on already, which is great. Thank you to those of you that have already booked. Really helps me know that days are going to work when I get early bookings on them. So 20th of June, you can book for a morning session or an afternoon session, or you can book for all day. Those options are available, and it is in Bolsover at the parish rooms. So it's just a day for sewing and making, so they're not too formal, the sewing days. That said, they can be as formal as you want them to be. So I do projects, and you can have a workshop-y style session if you want to. So if you want to do something particular, I will help you work your way through it. All of the patterns and make me kits are available, and for the Summer Sewing Saturday there is going to be a new patchwork cushion design because we've done patchwork cushions at them for the last 3. And there's also going to be a crossbody bag design as well. So every quarterly sewing day I do try and bring a new pattern out for you. So that is available for booking. There's more information online, and that is our Summer Sewing Saturday happening on the 20th of June. So as ever, thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you again next week. Have a great evening, guys.